Magandang araw. Welcome to Engineering Economics. And our topic for today is about the net present value. So let us identify our lesson objectives. At the end of this module, you should be able to first define the net present value, calculate the net present value of different investment projects, and to evaluate the profitability of projects using the net present value method. So ano nga ba yung tinatawag natin na net present value or the NPV? So this is the sum of the present values of all cash inflows and outflows associated with the project discounted at the given rate of return, or usually this is the minimum attractive rate of return or the MARR. So dito kay net present value, from the word itself, net, ibig sabihin aalisin na natin lahat ng magiging gastos. Okay? Pero take note na present value pa din siya. So therefore, all the future values sa sa cash flow diagram, kukuhanin lang natin yung present value niya. So paano naman natin kinukuha si net present value? So we have this formula for the net present value, wherein this is just the summation of CFM over 1 plus I raised to m, wherein m is equal to 0 to the n. But take note na yung m natin dito is not always 0. Okay? Hindi siya laging always 0. This is also equal kay 1. It depends ngayon kung ano yung nasa cash flow natin. Okay? Kung yung cash flow diagram mo, meron kang regular na cash flow. Like for example, at 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Pero lahat ng mga inflows mo ay nag-start kay 1, ibig sabihin yung M mo magi-start daw kay 1. Pero kung yung inflows mo na pantay-pantay or what we call the annuities, okay, pag nag-start siya kay 0, si M ay magiging equal kay 0. Okay? So, take note of that. And yung I natin dito, kapag hindi binigay yung term na I or the interest rate, ibig sabihin ng gagamitin natin dito is si MARR. Okay, so ngayon, paano naman natin sasabihin or ano yung magiging decision role pagdating kay NPV? Take note of this. If your NPV is greater than 0, ibig sabihin mas mataas sa 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. That is the project is profitable. Therefore, you're going to accept your project. Ibig sabihin, kumikita siya. But when we say NPV is equal to 0, ibig sabihin yung NPV mo daw ay nag-equal kay 0, and then the project breaks even. Okay? Kasi wala siyang kikitain. Okay? So therefore, it will be an indifferent decision. Nakadepende ngayon kung paano magiging decision making natin. Kung halimbawa tatanggapin mo pa rin ba siya or ire-reject mo. Okay? But when NPV is less than 0, meaning nag-negative siya, then the project is unprofitable and therefore you're going to reject that project. So what are now the advantages of the NPV? Bakit natin kailangan pag-aralan si NPV or bakit kailangan yung gamitin si NPV? So it is because it considers the time value of money. So kumbaga nakikita na natin yung future expenses, at the same time masosolve mo na rin kung ano ba, kung kikita ka ba sa mga magiging gastos. So it also provides an absolute measure of profitability. So since kinukuha mo na yung present value ng all future values mo, dun pa lang makikita mo na if you're going to profit or not. Then it considers all project cash flow. So 'di ba sabi nga natin, if we're going to plan something, kinukuha natin yung cash flow. We always consider all the future expenses. It is a simple way to determine the profitability of a project. Kasi ngayon pa lang nakikita mo na kung, 'di ba sabi nga natin, ngayon pa lang nakikita na natin kung ano ba yung magiging gastos in the future. So therefore, makikita na natin agad if it is profitable or not. But what are now the disadvantages and limitations of the NPV? Siyempre, di ba, pag may advantage, may disadvantage. So it is highly dependent on the accuracy estimates. So take note na since you are talking about the net present value, so therefore, nag-estimate pa lang tayo. Wala ka pa kasi doon sa present mo mismo. Kung halimbawa, ikaunang taon, pangalawang taon, wala ka pa doon. So, hindi mo masasabi kung meron bang darating na another expenses. So it is not valuable for comparing the different sizes of projects. So hindi natin siya pwedeng gamitin or parang hindi siya magandang gamitin if you're going to compare a small project over the large projects. So there is a possibility of overlooking other possible costs. So gaya nga ng sabi ko kanina, hindi pa kasi, ala pa kasi tayo doon sa totoong oras niya para masabi natin na yun lang talaga yung magiging gastos. It does not consider non-cash benefit. So, syempre, pagdating naman sa mga benepisyo natin, hindi lang tayo laging about sa cash. So, it is also sensitive to discount rate assumption. So, take note, more on assumptions kasi tayo pagdating kay net present values. So now, how do we solve NPV? So first, you identify the project's expected cash inflows and outflows. Then you're going to plot it in a cash flow diagram. Again, sabi nga natin, di ba, pinaka nakakatulong sa atin yung cash flow diagram if we cannot understand the problem. So select an appropriate discount rate or the MARR. Don't worry, mostly naman binibigay yan. Discount each future cash flow to its present value. So, ibig sabihin, lahat ng future cash flow natin, you're going to determine that present value. So, we sum all present values of inflows and outflows. So, ibig sabihin, sa sum up lang natin lahat ng present value na nakuha natin. And then, after that, we can now interpret the NPV value based on the decision rule. So now let us proceed to our sample problems. So first example, an engineer is evaluating a new machine costing 500,000. It is expected to generate savings of 150,000 per year for 5 years. The MARR is 10%. Should the machine be purchased? So yan, tinatanong tayo kung kailangan bang i-purchase yung machine. So ngayon, let us solve this problem. So, sabi sa atin, kailangan daw nating mag-drawing ng cash flow diagram. Okay, so ibig sabihin na gagawin lang natin dito, tingnan natin cash flow diagram niya. So, sabi sa atin, may new machine daw costing of 500,000. So, when we say cost, ibig sabihin that will end up to na kay zero. So, therefore, ano ba si cost? Ibig sabihin, is it an inflow or outflow? Diba, pag bumili ka, ibig sabihin that will be an outflow. So, therefore, pababa si 500,000. And then, sabi sa atin, it is also expected to generate savings of 150,000 per year for 5 years. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, every year daw yan. So, syempre, di ba, kabibili mo pa lang, starting from 1 ka, magkakaroon ng savings na 150,000. And sabi niya, di ba, siya daw ay magge-generate sa 5 taon. So therefore, sa 5 taon nito ay pare-pareho na 150,000 yung na-generate mo. So kung titignan natin, pantay-pantay. Okay. And also given sa atin that MARR is 10%. Okay. So ngayon, sabi sa atin, tinatanong tayo, are we going to purchase the machine? So let us solve this using the NPV. And sabi sa atin, sa NPV is just the summation. Okay? Sabi sa atin, summation lang daw siya ng inflows and outflows. So meaning that is just the summation of inflows plus outflows. But take note, okay, that for the inflows, that is a positive. But when we say inflows, that is negative. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, lahat ng nasa taas, positive. Lahat ng nasa baba ay negative. Okay? So, ngayon, let us solve for this one. NPV natin. So, dun muna tayo sa inflows. Okay? Lahat ng nasa taas. So, since meron tayong 5 dito at pantay-pantay lang siya, ibig sabihin ng gagamitin natin should be the summation, wherein that is just the summation of CMF over 1 plus, this is CFM. Okay? So, CFM over 1 plus I raised to m from m is equal to, so dito nag-start siya kay 1, tama? And then this one is n. Okay, and then, sabi natin ay meron pa ba tayong inflows? Wala naman na, di ba? Si 150,000 lang. So, ibig sabihin, minus na natin yung isa, which is the outflows. And ang outflow natin is 500,000. Okay. But take note of this. 500,000 ay hindi siya kasama sa dito sa sinasummation natin na CFM. Meaning, ito lang po yan ha, yung ating sinasummation. That is just the CFM over 1 plus I raised to M. Tapos nakaiwalay na si 500,000. Okay? So, let us just substitute the given values. Summation of ano yung CF natin, that is 150,000 over 1 plus 0.10 raised to. Okay, take note, you're going to write x. Okay, alpha x lang naman yan. Kasi si x na yan, ito yung sasabihin ni m. Wherein m is equal to 1 o raised to n, which is ilan daw siya? That is 5 years, tama? Okay, so ibig sabihin that is 5. And take note, pag yan nilagay nyo sa calculator nyo, dapat yan ay ito lang. Then minus the 500,000. So with this, ang makukuha natin na NPV is equal daw kay 68,618.015. Okay, now the question is it greater than 0, equal to 0, or less than 0? So since nag-positive siya, ibig sabihin this is greater than 0. So meaning that is profitable. Ibig sabihin kumikita. Okay. So, ang tanong, are you going to purchase the machine? Of course, yes, you're going to accept that. Okay? Bakit? Kasi profitable kasi siya, diba? So, ibig sabihin, pwede nating bilhin. Okay? Let us now proceed to example number 2. A piece of production equipment is to be replaced immediately because it no longer meets quality requirement for the end product. The two best alternatives are used piece of equipment E1 and the new automated model E2. The economic estimates for each are shown. The MARR is 15% per year. Which alternative is preferred? Okay, so ibig sabihin dito magkukumpara naman tayo ng dalawa. We have the E1 and then the E2. Okay, so dito meron siyang capital investment. Okay, then we also have the annual expenses. Then we also have the annual income, the life in years, and then the salvage value. So kung titignan natin, let us just draw the cash flow diagram ng general. Okay? So, meron daw tayong cash flow diagram wherein sa zero natin, meron tayong capital investment. And when we say capital investment, is it a revenue or disbursement? Diba? That is a disbursement. So, this is a capital investment. And then, we have also the annual expenses. So, when we say expenses, is it revenue or disbursement? Since palabas siya, ibig sabihin, that is disbursement. So, ibig sabihin, dito, meron kang annual expenses papunta kay N. Okay? So, this is an annual expenses. At the same time, meron ka ding tinatawag na annual income. So, when we say income, is it a revenue or disbursement? Yes, it is a revenue. So, ibig sabihin, papunta sa taas. Okay. So, kung gaano katagal yung expenses mo, ganun din katagal yung annual income mo. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, this is the AI. Okay? And then, for the salvage value, when we say salvage value, di ba, yaan na daw yung presyo niya pagdating niya sa end period niya. So, therefore, andito siya. Okay? Nadagdag pa siya. That is the salvage value. Okay? So, with that, kung titignan natin ngayon, okay, yung ating cash flow diagram, sabi natin we have to get all the present values. So si CI, wala na tayong problema. Kasi si CI ay nandito na sa 0. And then si AI at si AE natin, kung titignan natin, di ba lagi naman siyang magkatapat? So, ibig sabihin, dito kay AI at kay AE, pag kinuha natin ngayon, yung summation niyan, ang gagawin lang natin is to sum up. So, to sum up this one, ibig sabihin that will be AI minus AE. And then, kuhanin mo lang ngayon yung kanyang present value. At the same time, meron ka pang SV. At si SV natin, kailangan mo din kuhanin yung kanyang present value. Okay? So with that, magkakaroon tayo ngayon ng formula, okay? Na ang magiging formula natin para dito ay NPV is equal to, okay? So dito muna tayo kay CI. Total, siya naman yung nasa una. Okay, kaso take note na nasa ilalim. So therefore, that is negative. So negative CI. And then, plus naman tayo kasi tapos na tayo dun sa mga nasa baba. Okay? So this one now, we have AI minus AE, wherein that is depende kung ilang taon. So therefore, we're going to use the summation. Okay? Summation of AI minus AE over 1 plus I raised to M. Okay? Then take note, ayan yan, yan lang. Then N is equal to 1. Take note ha, 1 kasi kay 1 siya magsisimula. Raised to N. And then, meron pa tayong salvage value, tama? And salvage value ay nasa taas. So therefore, we're going to plus that. Okay, but take note, si salvage value is in the future. So we have to solve for the present value. And how do we solve for that present value? Using the compound interest. Therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng SB over 1 plus I raised to N. Okay, so ngayon, let us solve first for the E1. Okay, gamit muna tayo kay E1. Okay, so ngayon, ito lang na may formula na gagamitin natin. Then we have now NPV is equal to negative, ano si CI niya? That is 14,000. And then, plus summation of, ano si AI niya? That is 17,000 minus 14,000. All over 1 plus, ano binigay sa atin na MARR, that is 15%. So therefore, 0.15 raised to x. And then wherein x is equal to 1 to the, ilan yung taon? That is 5. Then, don't forget, plus salvage value natin ay 8,000 all over, that is 1 plus 0.15 raised to 5. Then the NPV here will be how much? Using your calculators, makakakuha tayo ng 33.879. Okay. So, ito yung nakuha natin kay E1. But let us solve also for the E2. Okay, si E2 naman. Siyempre, nagkukumpara tayo dito. Alright, so now, for this one, say, using the same formula, NPV is equal to, okay, negative tayo dito, which is 65,000, plus summation of, we have 20,000 minus 9,000 all over 1 plus 0.15. Okay, so hindi naman niya binago, diba? Ibig sabihin, same pa rin sila. So, x is equal to 1 up to 20 years. Ang laki. We have 20 plus, magkano na yung salvage value? That is 13,000 all over 1 plus 0.15 raised to 20. At ang NPV na makukuha natin dito ay, that is 4,000. Okay? That is 4,646.9498. Okay, so ngayon, sino ba yung magiging mas malaki? Yung net present value. That is the E2. Tama. Okay, so therefore, ang pipiliin natin dapat ay si E2. Kasi mas malaki yung magiging, ano, mas malaki yung magiging kita natin dito. So, to answer this one, the preferred alternative is E2. Okay? So, this is now our final answer. Okay? So, now, to assess if you learned about something about the net present value, so you try to answer this one. Then you're going to submit this on submission will be on March. Um, that will be on the March. I think it should be 16, 2026. Okay? So, yellow paper lang naman tayo. Okay? So, if you do not have questions, feel free to message me kung meron kayong katanungan dito. Okay? So, yun lang. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood.